We need Zerkan here because I need to hear some like Crisis King conversions.
Bro, you
What's
need to
he
do
been
it.
up to?
This dude talks about numbers more than Christ. He says he doesn't go to church. Like, we need somebody who actually believes in Christianity to speak about it. Like, as a Muslim, it's actually like disappointing to see that all these Christians are getting psyoped to believe in Jewish magic instead of go to church and pray. Like, they're believing in this actual witchcraft and number bullshit instead of praying to God. And that's the representation that Christianity has online. It's like, I have respect for this religion, but they're turning it into a joke. Let me add Kitten into the call. She wanted to talk to you, Arab. This stuff for Allah, bro. This is a pious woman. Don't talk to her like that.
Marwa.
Uh-huh.
Oh my! Wow, your forehead is so beautiful. يا بوني شو هالجينيركس اللي عطوكي هنا أهلك.
Stay with your chest. If you're gonna make fun of my forehead, I'm gonna make fun of your weight.
Why do you think I'm making fun of your forehead?
Why is that the first thing you brought up?
Because that's all you're showing right now.
Yeah.
I mean, if your ankles were showing, I would have said you have nice ankles too.
My ankles are covered.
W kid.
Good woman. Good woman.
Thanks.
How's his Arabic?
How are
Does
you,
he speak
Marwa?
well?
Yeah, his Arabic is really good. It's a lot better than Myron's. Myron's is very broken.
Well, I speak fluent Arabic.
I can see that.
بكتب ولا شو بتعرفي مع مين عم تحكي انت؟ انت عم
Me?
تحكي
Wait,
مع زلمه ابن عائله مربى منيح.
who, me? You? You are not.
Me, yeah.
Definitely
What?
not.
Why do you say that?
Definitely not.
She's saying I'm not a family man. SNEAKO, how many times have I called you with my mother in the car?
So?
Like at least 10, bro. Like I call you around my family all the time.
Why is he laughing?
Because I don't want the chat to call me an L-Mans or anything, so I'm just gonna let them. But Jake, I'm gonna be honest, I haven't heard your story. I have talked to your family. I do know your family, but I haven't talked. I don't think I spoke to your mom.
No, I've never had you speak to my mom, but she's been in the car. I get it. You're being respectful and not looking at my mother. I get it.
I lower my gaze.
Marwa, what did you want to say to me?
Nothing? You wanted wait, what are you talking about?
Well, I just wanted to compliment you on your beautiful forehead.
Stuff
Wow. Thanks. What?
She's a fake Muslim. She's a fake
Ow.
Muslim.
Don't say that. Don't say that.
Why is that?
That's a big insult. That's a big insult.
Is it? Is it really?
I mean, you can answer. You're a better Muslim than me, kidding.
Oh yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna like argue with him. He's not a Muslim, so.
You know, I almost got him. I was we prayed together, and I was like, I gave him a lot of dawah with Warner, but I think I scared him away. I think I pushed the shahada too hard on him.
No, you didn't scare me away. You didn't scare me away. It's just that Jesus Christ released me between Good Friday and Easter. Like literally one of the most holy days that you could release me on. He released me from being kidnapped by literal devil worshippers who pray to a snake. So, you know, that's the least I could do. Bro, these guys literally worship the devil. You know when it rains, they run inside? You know why that is?
Why?
What's made of fire in the Quran? Who's made of fire?
Shaitan?
Humans are made of clay. Shaitan, Jinn. They're made of fire. Just like in Christianity, they're hell, they're made of fire. When it rains, these guys run inside, bro, because they're possessed. The demons literally get weak.
Can you tell me what other sort of jinn possession did you see when you were there?
They have these rags. They have these rags that give them power, apparently. Like they all have this voodoo rag that they kiss as if it's like their lifeline. I don't know why. Like maybe that's what the thing that's possessed that allows them to be possessed. But that was there. They worship a snake. The Lamont Sanju showed me videos of him like praying to a snake. You've probably seen voodoo. It's been filmed online.
Yeah, I've seen some of those videos, but I'm like, I don't want to like infect my mind with that stuff because it's he prays to a snake.
Yeah, he literally prays to a snake.
The gang
like they
leader
ask
that's
the
wanted by
snake
the
for
FBI.
favors. Yeah, they ask for favors from a snake.
What else?
Bro, that voodoo shit is real. That voodoo shit is so real. These guys trade what they can get in this life for the next.
Yeah.
Like you believe it much more. You can't not be religious after that happens to you. This guy showed me a bullet hole, bro, on his chest and a bullet hole on the back of his head, and he was fine.
Yeah, I mean they're gonna go to the. I mean, in the Quran it says they're gonna go to the bottom, the 7th layer of hell. They're going deep there. But you make a good point. They trade what's in the next life for this life, so they don't really care.
Do you know why that is? In the Quran, when God created humans, the Jinn were jealous that they were equal, that they were considered equal because they thought that they're better than humans. So now they like to humiliate humans
Yeah.
by basically offering them, favors to get them to worship them.
Exactly.
Essentially.
Yeah, that's how Shaitan started. It was Shaitan was a jinn, and he was jealous of the fact that he was supposed to. They were told to prostrate to Adam, to greet Adam, basically. He said, "Why am I going to greet Adam? You know, I'm better than Adam." And then Shaitan ended up leaving the jinn behind, and because not all jinn are bad. Some people think that like jinn is all demonic things, but there's jinn. When we first pray, when we say Surah Fatiha, we're talking about may God. Wait, a kid, correct me. So you say A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim, and then Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim, which is like saying God, the creator of all human and all jinn, which is the spirits that exist outside of people, the souls, and not all of them are bad. A lot of them are good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's also good jinns. So a lot of people
Yeah.
think that all jinns are bad, which they shouldn't think that. Like
Christ
a
is
lot of them
king.
also
Christ is
good.
king.
Oh well, I want to say that. Wait, but what are the chances of you ever becoming Muslim though?
The chances now are probably zero.
You never know.
We can get them. We can get them.
There's no getting me, bro. My life was saved by Jesus Christ.
No, but see, that's why like Christians will always attribute it to one thing, that they were saved on a moment, but it's not really based on logic, right? So he got released in between the days of Easter or whatever, but a lot of Christians can't even agree about the day of Easter. So I think if you logically explain a lot of this stuff, then you'll be able to. And even then, did you see how he just cited the Quran a couple times? He just agreed with like 2-3 points in the Quran.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it doesn't mean everything in the book is wrong. I haven't even read the book. I mean, I appreciate the teachings. I enjoy hanging out around my Muslim friends. Most of my friends are Muslim.
You have the Bible memorized?
The Bible?
Mm-hmm.
No, I just started reading the Bible after I got released. I promised God that I would start reading the Bible every day. So every day.
At least he follows something. I mean.
Well, I mean, I'll read the Quran eventually after I read the Bible too. Definitely not memorized. You have the Quran memorized?
Are you a Hafiz?
Almost. Yeah, almost. Yeah.
You have the Quran memorized.
I said almost. Yes.
That's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
I want to learn some Arabic. I'm the
points
least Arabic of them.
Huh? How many points do you get for memorizing the Quran? There's got to be like an achievement boost, like a milestone unlock kind of thing.
Yeah. So if you memorize the whole book, then you get to basically it's like bonus points. You get to bring 7 people to Jannah. So you can bring like 7 members. Yeah, if you have the whole book memorized. Yeah.
If you memorize the book, you get 7 guest pass. You get a plus 7.
You bring my mom, my dad, my siblings. Yeah.
Holy bro.
My little sister, she's almost she's like 11. She has almost the whole book memorized.
That's not helping the point. That's not helping me convert. That's like the opposite. That doesn't help me convert. Why? I don't believe that you should get a pass like that just for memorizing the Quran. I mean, it's like similar to listen, in Hinduism, you can pay $200 to $300 to get buried in the holiest way, and you guarantee going to the highest level.
See, kid, I want to explain Arab's resistance here, because this is the number one thing holding him back, is that the idea of rewards and good deeds is that he sees it very transactional. But comparing it to Hinduism by paying your way in, that's paying with things that are of this life. We make sacrifices and we do good deeds in order to get to the next life. This is how other religions describe this thing called karma. But the reason that we're supposed to do good and bad things is not because of karma. It's because God, on the day of judgment, he's going to look at your actions. And this is Christians believe this too. He's going to look at your actions and see what you've done. And if there's more good deeds. I see it. Yeah, I know. So that's why this good deed thing, I don't know why you think that's so ridiculous, because on the day of judgment, we're going to be judged on what we've done. And that's why having more good deeds and doing more good things, that's going to give us more of a chance to make it into Jannah.
No, but yours isn't that you get more of a chance to make it in. It's that you get more things in Jannah.
But you're thinking about it too black and white. You're thinking about it too black and white.
You get more rewards in Jannah, which doesn't make sense to me. I should not have a higher chance of getting better things in heaven than like some random African kid who was born into a family of warlords and then eventually found good. You know what I mean?
I mean,
like I should not have a higher chance of getting better things in an eternity.
You're right. That's a good point.
For being born in better circumstances.
That's
that
a good
doesn't
point.
make sense to me in my head.
Let me explain. Like if you read Surah Al-Fatiha, which is the prayer we read before 5 times a day, God is all knowing and all merciful.
Oh no.
You cut out. Wait, I said something wrong?
Yeah, but if my Excel sheet has stacked points, for 50 years, and I've been donating 10% of my money, and I've been doing double XP 40 days before Ramadan, and then during Ramadan.
What you don't get is that like God is all knowing of our ability and what we're capable of giving away. Right? Some actions are going to be judged differently based on our circumstances. God is aware of all of this. We're going to be judged fairly on what we're capable of doing. So if a rich person is able to give more charity, he still might go to Jahannam because he was rude, or because he was disrespectful, or because he was lying, or because he was spreading falsehood. Just because he was able to give more charity does not guarantee him into Jannah. We're all judged on what we're capable of doing fairly. God is very fair.
Mm-hmm.
No, yeah, I understand that, and I agree with you. My point is, let's say you're a great Muslim, okay? You're a great Muslim for 50 years. You followed doing the holy thing 40 days before Ramadan, so you can guarantee your double XP during Ramadan. During Ramadan, you do great. Throughout the year, you stack your Excel file. By the end of the time you're 70, you've got 1,000,000,000,000 points. Okay, you've memorized the Quran. You can bring 7 people with you. Some random kid is born to an African warlord. Okay, he spends his life, killing people. He doesn't know any better. Okay, he's handed an AK-47 at age 2, and then right before he dies, he learns about Jesus Christ, or Allah, let's say. He learns about God and converts and asks for forgiveness. I mean, this guy was not aware of these things prior. Okay, if he's got a genuine desire in his heart to become better and to ask for forgiveness for all the things that he believes he's done wrong, he should, in my head, he's going somewhere for eternity. There is no reason that this guy who was born to a much easier life, who's stacked points for 50 years, and
what you're saying is accurate, but what you don't understand is that Allah takes all circumstances into account on the day of judgment. Everybody's hands they're dealt, they're not judged equally, because of course if he grew up in those circumstances, then he should not be judged the same way that somebody with a lot of money has. All circumstances are taken into account. What matters is what's in your heart and your intentions.
Yeah, because someone can have a lot of money and not even donate, or they just like give it to like strippers or whatever the case is. Like that's obviously sinning. So he can have all this money, and maybe God is testing him, like he's giving him all of this to see what he would do with all of this stuff that he's giving him, rather than someone who's poor and has nothing. Like obviously,
well then what happens to his points? What happens to his points?
That's it's not like. I think you think about it way too hard.
You're thinking too linearly. Like it's very simple, Arab. Like I don't know why you're just discrediting this, but Allah takes all circumstances into account. So it's not specific. We're not judged based on equally based on all our circumstances. We're based on our intentions of where we are in life. So it's not specifically. It's not a scoreboard.
But it's like you say that every time somebody brings up a counterpoint, you say Allah takes all circumstances. For example, if I bring up something that you're stuck on, you'll be like, oh, Allah is the best of planners. But then if a Christian brings up something that they're stuck on, and like, oh, see, the Bible doesn't make sense. Like, oh, there's things we can't explain in Christianity because we have to believe them by faith. There's things you can't explain in Islam where you end up, being stuck on a point, and then you go, oh, well, Allah is the best of planners. It's an escape of answering the question.
It's not an escape, because Allah is truly all knowing and all merciful. I think the difference between Christianity and Islam, because the Bible is very similar, and then in Judgment Day and about good deeds and about all these things, they're almost very identical. What separates Christianity and Islam is the idea of shirk, of worshiping a man and not worshiping a man. Like very simply, like we don't believe that a man can be God.
Right.
And then when it wait, one more point. And when it comes to other disagreements that we said, like you were talking about the day of Christmas and about Jake is born on Christmas. I'm saying like Orthodox believe that Christmas is on January 7th. That's not like something you could deflect to say Allah, God's the best of planners. Those are just differences in faith. Overall, Islam is almost synonymous.
They're not differences in faith. They're differences in the calendar. They're differences in the calendar. It's not a difference in faith. It's a different. Calendars have been translated over time from. I'm not some expert in numerology. I probably need Zerka in here for this. Mayan calendars, etc. At one point, we thought the Earth revolved around the moon, okay, but really it revolves around the sun.
But my point is, you shouldn't get
these are differences in calendar.
Sure. Okay, but that's besides the point. I'm saying the differences between Christianity and Islam are not. There's not that many. Just the major one, which is like very. I want to see what you think. Is just we just don't believe you can worship a man. It's that simple.
Yeah, and I'm not a Christian scholar, by the way.
I'm not a Muslim scholar.
I've done some Bible study throughout my days, and I might even be butchering this point. So anyone listening, but you believe God is all powerful, right?
Yeah, of course.
Right.
So you don't believe that God can create a son of his that will give up his salvation to show you what a perfect human looks like? I mean, you say that the Quran is a book on how to become a perfect human, right? Not everyone is perfect. Nobody's perfect, but it's a book it guides you on how to be a perfect human. God created his son who showed us that you can be a perfect human. Right? And he took that risk and he still followed everything correctly. That doesn't make sense to you?
Right. Okay. But there's a couple of things. We believe the prophets were sinless, especially Muhammad. We believe that he's the best example of a man and that he was sinless. That's first off. So God can create somebody who's sinless, and that is an example. But I hear you. So is Jesus the son of God? Is Jesus the son of God, or is he God?
Both.
Can you explain that?
Yeah, okay. Yeah, easily. If your parents are both Haitian, are you 100% Haitian?
Okay, but 50-50 is different than being 100-100.
If your parents are both Haitian, are you 100% Haitian?
Yes.
Are you the son of Haitians?
Yes.
Was that too hard? I feel like that was pretty easy.
Yeah, but I am not my parents. But I'm not my parents.
Right.
We're separate entities.
Yeah, but that's assuming that you're bubbling in God to just be one thing. Like God is everything.
I see. This is the number one thing I always disagree. I always see a Christian say this, that you're saying that you're limiting God. Like you're limiting God's ability to be a man. I would argue that if you believe God is man, you're limiting God more. Why? Because man, we die. We need to eat. We need to go to the bathroom. We're mortal. That is the most limiting existence you could possibly have. Allah is all-knowing, all-merciful, is infinite, and the greatest is something that we cannot even comprehend. He is limitless, right? Saying that God is a man is in fact limiting him more than what you're saying that I believe.
No, we cannot comprehend it.
No, you're saying we can. You're saying we could comprehend God as a man.
No, yeah, I mean, I haven't gotten to the New Testament yet and read it to.
But you just said that. You just said that God is.
Yes. Listen. I'm learning, and I'm speaking to you from somebody who went to a Christian school. Who learned about it. I definitely don't have the perfect knowledge to answer. I'm just answering on creating a response from my head right now. But no, I do believe that God can become a man to show us what it's like to be a perfect man. I don't think that's too far-fetched. You're saying God is limitless. Him becoming a man is not limiting him. It's showing how limitless he actually is. He's doing something that you cannot explain. He's doing something that I cannot explain. In Christianity, we have things that we believe off of faith. You guys have it too in the Quran. I don't know what specifically, but you guys always say Allah is the best of planners. He does things that we cannot explain. But then when it comes to Jesus Christ, you use this as a point of like, aha, gotcha. Like your God is a man.
Again, you just said God is limitless, but then you're saying God died. Wait, hold on. Answer this. If God is limitless, how could he die?
If God is limitless, how can he die? He died in a human sense. When you die, do you actually die?
Yes. When I die, I'm dead.
Do you die, or does your soul exist forever?
Well, it goes to the afterlife, but I die in this world.
You don't die. God never died. Jesus Christ died in human form. Jesus Christ died in human form.
So he died.
But died in our definition of death.
So God died.
Yes, but he never died.
Monday.
His human form died.
So there's
Come on, SNEAKO, you are smarter than this. You are smarter than this for this not to make sense to you. You are smarter than this. Come on, you know this.
It's very simple. It's very simple. Jesus was God, correct?
Yes.
Jesus died.
Yes.
God died.
Yes.
You're limiting God. I'm saying God can never
No.
die. I'm saying God is the most powerful, the most merciful, the most greatest, the being that can never live or die, that can never eat, does not need to do the things that we do, cannot pee like a human, cannot poop like a human, cannot do these disgusting things, will never have the same limitations that a human can have. God cannot die.
You are trying to explain an eternal being that is all-knowing and all-powerful in human terms.
No, I'm actually not applying human terms to God. I'm saying God does not have any human terms.
You're attaching the word death as if it's this one definition. This is the definition we created as humans. Our definition of death. He still exists. His soul is still alive, is it not?
But he's not here. He died in this earth.
When you die, do you die? You don't die. No, you don't. When you die, you don't die.
Wait. When you die, you die.
No, you don't.
So death isn't real?
No, death on this earth is real. When you die, you do not die. You tweet all the time about feeding your soul and not chasing earthly things. Why?
Because one day, the whole Islamic belief is that one day we will die. We are mortal and we're not going to be here forever. And then we go to the afterlife. That's the word. Afterlife. Yes. Which implies that there's a life now, which you die, and then there's the whole another life. So what happens here is all a test, because we will die one day, and we go to the afterlife.
What happens here is also spiritual, bro. We are also in a spiritual world right now.
That's very true.
Yes. It doesn't change. We are still a battle for our soul. We can move. I don't know what happens when we're dead, but right now we can.
I do. We either go to heaven or hell. We either go to the 7 layers of heaven or hell.
We can visualize it right now because we're human, but we are still in a spiritual warfare right now. Okay, I saw with my own eyes. I was literally staring at demons, bro. Demons in front of me, asking us for money, greed. A deadly sin. I was staring at demons. I saw my perspective change completely. It's still spirits fighting. It's our spirit versus their spirit. We die in an earthly term, but we still exist. Our soul is still battling to go to
King Amiri donated
heaven or hell.
I'm glad that you're finding Christianity and that you're becoming closer. I think this experience was good for your faith.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was lovely. It was lovely. And I don't think that we are enemies. I think a lot of people try to Muslims do it pretty often. We're like, oh, they worship God, they're kafirs, or they worship a human like you're doing right now, the Jesus Christ thing. I'll get better at debating it. I don't debate like you do. I just read the Bible and I know my faith, or I'm learning about my faith.
That's good, bro. I mean, we're all fighting the same war of the spiritual warfare. We're on the same team.
Of course, I mean, the only reason I'm studying the Bible right now is so that I could bring my 5 family members plus 2 to heaven with me.
Inshallah, I hope it's successful.
By the way, you did. I will say, you and Warner did help me shift that narrative. After that trip we had, chat, we accidentally ran onto the same train as Warner when we were going to Medina. Accidentally, and he was sitting right next to us. And we had this talk for an hour and a half while driving through the Saudi desert in a train. And they basically shifted my narrative. Warner says this about every Christian, I'm pretty sure, but he goes, Arabic shaitan. He's speaking to SNEAKO, he's a shaitan. It was like I was just cracking jokes, but it shifted my perspective on like actually looking at things as shaitan. Like now I don't look at Hollywood as, like, okay, they're pedophiles. No, I just Satan. Now I look at like streamers who got all these OF girls on with them as Satan. It's when you shift your perspective, you start labeling things as Satan. It makes you much more aware of the spiritual war that's going on right now.
I'm texting Warner right now saying that it is a good thing. But we all got to link up again. That was a good group.
How many points does Warner lose if he stopped me from going to Islam?
He didn't stop you.
That's not how that works.
You stopped yourself.
Yeah,
he gave you the message. He's the warner. He warned you. I know, but he warned you, and it's your decision to accept or deny the truth. That's what we believe.
I just want to know: is it a -5? Does it half your blessings already? All right, yalla. Christ is king. Let's talk soon. But like actually, because I got May 20th through June 5th free. If you want to do something.
Okay, after stream we'll go schedule something. Inshallah. Salam alaikum. Ken, I didn't want anybody to. My apologies if people were like too disrespectful towards you and stuff like that. You know, it's
I didn't mean to be disrespectful either.
It was more Zerka. It was more Zerka than you.
It's okay. No, it's fine. It's all for content.
Ken, I didn't mean to be disrespectful at all. You genuinely have one of the most beautiful foreheads I've ever seen.
Okay. Lower your gaze, brother. That's shaitan, man. Okay, Ken, we'll speak soon. Thanks for coming on. I appreciate you. Walaikum salam.